In a world that feels, well, more interconnected every single day, being able to communicate across borders isn't just a nice to have anymore. It's pretty fundamental.
Absolutely. And English has really become that invisible thread, hasn't it? It connects professionals everywhere.
Yeah.
Software developers in Bangalore, designers in Buenos Aires.
Researchers in Warsaw, and maybe even you listening right now.
It's the lingua franca of global business, of innovation, collaboration. But here's the thing. There's this paradox.
Okay.
For many advanced English learners, people at like a C1 level, there's often this really formidable gap. You've got the grammar, the vocab is there.
But actually using it for networking, that's the tricky part.
Exactly. How do you break the ice at some crowded conference? Or, write a LinkedIn message that actually gets a response? Or figure out those subtle cultural cues on a video call?
Right. And that's precisely the gap we want to bridge in this deep dive. We're going beyond just grammar.
Way beyond.
We're diving into the art and science of global networking in English. Our mission today is to give you the strategy, the confidence.
And a practical toolkit.
Yeah.
We'll look at the psychology behind connection, the digital side, the face-to-face stuff.
We'll illustrate it all with stories. We've got 4 examples of ambitious people who've navigated this whole thing successfully.
Should be really insightful.
Okay, so let's unpack this. You mentioned the first hurdle isn't really linguistic. It's psychological.
That's spot on. It's fascinating, actually, especially at that C1 level where you know a lot. You can develop this thing called linguistic perfectionism.
Linguistic perfectionism sounds serious.
It can be. It's this fear of making even tiny mistakes, and it can just, paralyze you, stop you from speaking at all.
Wow. So the knowledge that should empower you actually holds you back. How do we start shifting that mindset then?
The main thing, the core idea, is pretty simple. Connection over perfection. Always.
Connection over perfection. I like that.
Yeah. The goal isn't some flawless monologue, right? It's building rapport. It's exchanging ideas. It's making a real human connection.
And compared to that, a small grammar mistake, it's basically irrelevant.
Honestly, yes. Failing to connect because you were too scared to try, that's the real failure.
And part of this shift involves embracing your accent, doesn't it? Not seeing it as a flaw.
Absolutely not. Your accent tells your story, your journey with English. Native speakers hear accents all the time from everywhere.
It's just normal.
Totally normal. And frankly, a clear, understandable accent, it often signals international experience, which is a plus.
So obsessing about sounding like you're from London or New York is
a waste of energy.
Yeah.
Seriously, put that mental effort into connecting instead.
It's often said the best networkers aren't the best talkers, they're the best listeners. Why is that so critical here?
Active listening. It's almost like a secret weapon, especially when you're nervous.
How so?
Well, if you're worried about what you're going to say, the best thing to do is stop thinking about yourself. Focus completely on the other person. That's active listening. Paying full attention, phone away, eye contact, showing you're listening, nodding, smiling, maybe a little icy, or that's interesting.
Okay, so not just hearing, but showing you're hearing. And then there's the feedback part, right? Like paraphrasing.
Exactly. Saying something like, so if I understand correctly, you're saying, it confirms you get it. And crucially, defer judgment. Don't jump in with your own story immediately.
Oh, that's a big one. We've all been there, haven't we? Talking to someone who's just waiting for their turn to speak kills the vibe.
It really does. But active listening, when you do it right, it makes the other person feel valued, genuinely heard.
And you probably absorb more information too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it naturally leads to better questions from your side. Your speaking becomes a response, not some pre-planned performance.
Okay, and sticking with mindset dots mistakes. They will happen. So they're not a disaster, they're just data. Is that the idea?
Precisely. Look, you'll slip up. Everyone does. Don't let it derail everything. No need to apologize like crazy or visibly cringe.
Sure, correct and move on.
Yeah. If it needs correcting, correct it quickly. If not, just keep going. Reframe it in your head.
Yep.
It's not failure, it's a data point.
Like your brain saying, okay, need to check that later.
Exactly. And honestly, the other person probably won't notice, or if they do, they likely won't care. They're interested in your ideas, not your verb tenses.
Right. Okay, so we've got the mindset shift, connection over perfection. Embrace the accent, listen actively, reframe mistakes. Where do we actually start putting this into practice? Because networking these days often starts online, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Your digital presence is kind of your advance party. It arrives before you do.
And LinkedIn is obviously key there.
It's the cornerstone, really. But just having a profile, that's not enough. It needs to be compelling, active, strategic, and all in professional English.
Let's break that down. The headline, for instance. It's more than just your job title.
So much more. It's your mini pitch. Instead of just, I don't know, software engineer.
Try something like
Software engineer specializing in scalable fintech solutions and AI-driven analytics. See, instantly tells people your value, your niche,
got it. And the about section. That's your narrative.
your professional story. Use I, make it engaging. What drives you? What problems do you solve? What have you achieved?
And a good tip here is to write it offline first, like in Word.
Definitely. Check spelling, grammar, maybe use a tool like Grammarly. And if you can, get a native speaker friend or mentor to just glance over it for tone. That nuance can be really important.
Okay. Then there's the connection request itself, the dreaded blank request.
Never send a blank one, please. A personalized note makes a huge difference in acceptance rates. And think about it. It's your first little linguistic test,
So contrast weak versus strong.
right? Weak is just, I'd like to connect. Strong, even formal, could be like, Dear Dr. Evans, I was really impressed by your article on sustainable urban planning. Your work on circular economies is relevant to my research. I'd be honored to connect. You know, something specific.
Or more informal.
Sure. Hi, Sarah. Saw your comment on the Agile thread. Totally agree about user story mapping. I'm also in ed tech. Would love to connect with another PM in this space. Cheers. It shows you've actually paid attention.
And engagement is key too, right? Not
yeah.
just broadcasting your stuff.
Oh, hugely. The best networkers engage. Leave thoughtful comments on other people's posts. It's a brilliant, low-stakes way to practice professional English and get noticed.
So instead of just nice post,
Try something like, great point, Mark. Reminds me of a challenge we faced. We found doing a phased rollout helped. Has anyone else tried that? It adds value, sparks conversation.
makes sense. And beyond LinkedIn, other platforms matter depending on your field.
For sure. Twitter or X is great for real-time chats in tech, journalism, marketing. Behance or Dribbble for designers, how you describe your work matters.
GitHub for developers. Clear documentation collaborating on pull requests in English.
Exactly. It's all part of your professional communication.
And virtual events, webinars, they've become huge networking opportunities. How do you make the most of those?
Preparation, again.
Yeah.
Know the speakers, have a question or two ready.
And the chat box. Use it wisely.
Yeah, don't spam it. A brief intro, maybe a thoughtful comment related to what the speaker said, gets your name seen.
And the Q&A is like your mini stage.
Totally. A well-thought-out question. That gets you noticed. Write it down beforehand so it's clear and concise.
And always follow up afterwards.
Always. Connect on LinkedIn. Reference the event. Hi, David. Enjoyed your talk on AI ethics at the summit. Your point on data sovereignty was really interesting. Would love to connect. Simple, effective.
Okay, so we've covered the digital frontier. But what about, actually being in the room? Conferences, meetups, face-to-face, that's where the spoken English really gets tested, right? Often noisy, fast-paced.
Yeah, that's the next level. And again, preparation is your superpower. Don't just walk in cold.
So first, know your goals. Why are you even there?
Exactly. Job hunting, learning trends, finding clients, knowing your why helps you focus your energy in conversations.
Second, research attendees if possible. Look people up.
Gives you instant conversation starters if you know a bit about someone's work or background.
And third, the elevator pitch. That quick answer to, what do you do?
Yep, needs to be concise, like 30 seconds, clear, engaging, and ideally, it invites a question back.
So not just, I'm a marketing manager.
Right. Better. I'm a marketing manager in renewables. Basically, I help solar companies tell their story and connect with customers passionate about sustainability. It's a really fascinating, fast-growing field.
Yeah.
See, it's memorable, gives context.
It does. Now, small talk. Many non-native speakers dread this. Feels pointless sometimes.
Ah, the classic small talk anxiety. But it's not pointless, really.
Yeah.
Think of it as a social ritual. It's how you build initial rapport, find common ground before diving deeper. It's the warm-up.
So the key is open-ended questions, not just yes-no answers.
Exactly. And there's a handy mnemonic for safe topics.
Yep.
FORD. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams.
FORD. Okay, give me examples.
Family. Maybe just, are you here with colleagues? Occupation. What session did you find most interesting today? Or what's the biggest challenge in your role right now?
Recreation.
Had a neat chance to explore the city. Or if you see their badge, oh, you're from Vancouver. I hear the hiking is amazing. Any favorite spots?
And D for dreams.
More forward-looking. What are you most excited about in your industry in the next few years? Stuff like that. Keeps it positive and professional.
Okay, F-O or D. Got it. Now, just as important as starting is ending the conversation gracefully. The polite exit.
Oh, crucial. You don't want to get stuck or hold someone hostage. Knowing how to politely disengage is key.
Give us some exit lines.
Okay, the positive close. It's been really great talking with you, Maria. Hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. I'm going to try and catch a few more people before the next talk.
Nice. Or connecting it to LinkedIn.
Yeah, the connection close. Well, I don't want to take up all your time, but I've really enjoyed this chat. I'll send you a LinkedIn request so we can stay in touch.
And maybe one that's action-oriented.
Sure. That article you mentioned sounds fascinating. I'll definitely look it up. Thanks for the tip. I'm going to grab a coffee now, but it was great meeting you. Simple, polite, clear exit.
Perfect. And then the follow-up, this is where the real value comes in.
Absolutely. The event connection is just the seed. The follow-up makes it grow. Within 24, 48 hours is best.
Be specific. Remind them who you are.
Yes. And what you talked about. Offer value if you can, an article, an intro. Remember, networking is two-way.
And have a clear call to action, if it makes sense.
Right. Could be just, let's stay in touch, or maybe I'd love to schedule a quick 15-minute call to learn more about X. Tailor it.
Okay, this is all great strategy. Let's get into the actual language toolkit. What are some solid icebreakers or conversation starters we can use?
Keep it simple. Hi, I'm Name. I don't think we've met. Or comment on a shared experience. That was a fascinating talk, wasn't it? What was your main takeaway?
Or about the event itself.
Yeah. This is quite an event. Have you come far? And the classic situational one, is this seat taken? Works every time.
And once the conversation is started, how do we keep it going? Avoid those awkward silences.
Show genuine interest. That's a great point. Could you tell me more ask about their journey? How did you get into that line of work?
Or day-to-day stuff.
What does a typical day look like for you? Or broader trends? What are the biggest trends you're seeing in your field right now? These invite longer answers.
Now, idioms. Useful for sounding natural, but maybe use with caution.
Definitely use sparingly, and only if you're sure of the meaning. Like, to touch base just means make brief contact. Let's touch base next week.
To be on the same page.
Means agreement or understanding. Let's make sure we're all on the same page before the meeting.
To get the ball rolling.
Just means to start something. Let's get the ball rolling on this project.
To pick someone's brain.
To ask for their expert advice.
Mm.
Could I pick your brain about marketing strategies over coffee?
And to keep someone in the loop.
Keep them informed. Don't worry, I'll keep you in the loop on progress. They're common, but don't force them.
Right. Okay, theory and phrases are great, but let's make this really concrete. You mentioned stories. Let's hear how these principles play out in the real world.
Okay, first up, Priya, a tech entrepreneur from India. She had this amazing AI logistics platform, but needed funding from Silicon Valley, Europe. Big challenge.
So what was her strategy? All digital.
Entirely digital, initially. She totally revamped her LinkedIn, wrote thought leadership articles. But the key was her targeted approach. Identified 50 key investors, researched them deeply.
And the connection requests.
Hyper-personalized, like referencing an investor's tweet about sailing, something really specific. And crucially, she asked for advice, not money. Could I pick your brain about go-to-market strategy? That kind of thing.
Smart. Asking for advice is often better than asking for cash directly. What happened?
High response rate led to several video calls. She listened intently, asked smart questions, and eventually secured a $2 million seed round. The investor who led it was first impressed by a thoughtful comment she left on his blog.
Wow. That shows the power of consistent, value-driven digital engagement. Okay, who's next?
Javiera, a freelance designer from Argentina. Super talented, but struggled getting international clients.
So what was his approach?
Building community. He got active on Behance, Instagram, showed his process, not just finished work. Started little videos, designed deconstructed in English, explaining his thinking. Used his clear Argentinian accent, owned it.
And the breakthrough.
Came from commenting. He left detailed, insightful comments on other designers' work. One interaction led to a chat with a creative director at a New York agency. Javier moved it politely to DMs.
Nice. Led to work.
A small freelance project first. But Javier nailed it. Great work. Crystal clear communication in English. That small project turned into a long-term retainer. Opened the door to high-value clients who trusted his professionalism.
Great story. Shows consistency and community building pays off. Story number 3.
Kenji, an academic researcher from Japan, Brilliant reader-writer in English, but really shy about speaking. Had a big international conference in Boston coming up. Huge opportunity, huge fear.
So his strategy had to be different.
Meticulous preparation. Identified 5 key professors, read their papers, prepared 2 specific open-ended questions for each, practiced his elevator pitch relentlessly.
So he went in armed with knowledge. How did it go?
He approached one professor, Dr. Albright, with a super informed question about her research methodology. Not small talk, showed genuine engagement, focused on listening, had a graceful exit plan,
And the follow-up.
sent an email referencing the conversation, attached his related poster. That single, well-prepared interaction, it actually led to a major career-defining collaboration.
Incredible. Shows that preparation and respect can be more powerful than just being outgoing. Okay, final story.
Anya, a marketing manager from Poland, leading a global product launch for a multinational. Her challenge was internal networking coordinating teams, the US, Brazil, China, across cultures, time zones.
Complex. What was her strategy?
Using English as a tool for cultural translation, she adapted her communication style.
How so?
With the Brazilian team, she'd start calls with informal chat to build rapport. With the US team, more direct. Let's get the ball rolling on Q3 targets. With the Chinese team, smaller calls, more indirect language. I was wondering if you could offer your perspective. Do you foresee any potential challenges?
So she adapted her English to the cultural context. Smart.
Very. She even created a shared project glossary for key terms. The result? Successful launch. And she built this strong internal network of people who really respected her adaptive leadership.
Those are 4 really powerful examples. Priya, Javier, Kenji, Anya. They all use their English differently, but strategically.
Exactly. It shows that networking in English is absolutely a skill. Something you learn, you practice, you master. It's not just some magic talent.
And success isn't about sounding like a native speaker from day one.
Not at all. It's about the strategic, confident, and importantly, empathetic application of the English you already have.
So the 2 main pillars are that mindset shift, connection over perfection.
Right. And then the strategic use of the tools, both digital and in person. Listening, preparing, following up.
It really brings it all together. Your C1 English or wherever you are on that advanced journey, it isn't the end point.
No, it's the starting line. It's the key, really. The key that opens the door to this global room filled with brilliant, diverse, fascinating people.
The world is literally waiting to connect with you. So the final question for you listening is, what conversations will you start?